Hey guys, when it comes to attraction, actions truly speak louder than words. Body language is like a secret language that reveals what someone is feeling without them even saying a single word. Women, just like men, have unique ways of expressing interest, and their nonverbal cues can be subtle yet powerful. The thing is, if you don't know what to look for, you might completely miss the signals. And trust me, it's the last thing you want if she's trying to show you she's into you. Here's the truth. Most women prefer that you take the lead, but they often leave little breadcrumbs in their body language to show you the green light. Ignoring these clues could leave you thinking she's not interested when actually she is. That's where I come in. Today, I'm going to break it all down for you. 10 key signs that she's attracted to you, even if she's keeping it subtle. These aren't just random gestures. They're signs packed with meaning. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot these cues with confidence and understand the messages she's sending without saying a word. Are you ready for this? Let's dive in. 1, her face gives her away. Watch those expressions. Her face is like an open book if you can read it right. Women tend to be more expressive than us guys, and their emotions often surface without them even realizing it. There are specific facial cues that can tell you she's attracted to you, and they're not as hard to spot as you might think. Pay attention to her eyes first. If she maintains eye contact, lets her gaze linger on you a little longer, or you catch her fluttering her eyelashes, that's a big green light. Now, the eyes don't just look, they speak. Are her pupils slightly dilated? That's often a subconscious sign of interest. The same goes for her lips. If her lips are slightly parted when you're speaking to her, especially in a relaxed, almost unconscious way, that shows you've got her attention. Smiles are another giveaway, but not just any smile. I'm talking about frequent, genuine smiles. You know, the ones that light up her whole face. If she's grinning at your jokes, even the ones that are less than funny, you know the ones, then there's a good chance she's into you. Add in small gestures like biting her lip, licking them, or even gently sucking on the corner. It's a scene straight out of a movie. These little actions signal curiosity or even excitement about being around you. And don't miss it if she tilts her head when you're talking. That's a sign she's interested in what you're saying and in you. Bonus points if she leans in while you're speaking. It's all a part of her face and body instinctively showing she's totally locked on to you. When all these signals work together, eye contact, parted lips, head tilts, and constant smiling, it's like a flashing neon sign that says, hey, I like you. 2, open body language. Is she attentively present? Next up, let's talk about her body language, and here's the key: openness. Women who are comfortable, attracted, or interested in you will naturally have a more open posture. It's like their body unconsciously says, I'm inviting you into my space. First, notice her torso. Is it facing directly towards you? If she's got her shoulders squared towards you instead of angling her body away, you've got her attention. Her chest, stomach, and hips tend to align with the person she's most engaged with. What about her arms? If her arms are uncrossed and relaxed, that's a positive sign. Crossed arms, on the other hand, could mean she's feeling closed off or guarded, although context matters and she might just be cold. Now, here's a pro tip. Watch where her legs and feet are pointing. It sounds odd, I know, but feet don't lie. If her toes or legs are angled toward you rather than away, it's a subtle cue that she's prioritizing you over the rest of the room. It's like her body's way of saying, you're the most interesting guy here. You'll also notice how she adjusts her position when you speak. If she leans in closer or subtly shifts her chair to face you more directly, it's no coincidence. She's drawn to you and wants to lock into the connection. This open, focused posture doesn't just happen. It's her body reflecting her interest, even if she hasn't said anything out loud. It's all about that openness and attention. She's showing that she's not only listening, but that she wants to hear more from you. 3, playing with her hair, nervous or flirty. Here's how to tell. All right, there's a classic one you've probably seen in movies and TV shows. She's playing with her hair, but there's more to it than meets the eye. The way she plays with her hair can tell you if she's nervous or if she's trying to flirt. First, pay close attention to what part of her hair she's touching. If she's fidgeting with the front part of her hair, twirling it around her fingers, lightly combing through it over and over, that might be nervous energy. Pair that with other subtle signs of anxiety like tapping her nails, adjusting her rings, or clasping her hands, and you can tell she's feeling a little shy or unsure about how you'll respond. Now here's where it gets interesting. If she strokes a longer strand from the back of her hair and slowly twists it, it's a whole different game. This is a natural, almost subconscious behavior women often do when they're flirting. It's playful, it's feminine, and yet it's a sign she's into you. Pay close attention to the speed and mood of the hair play. Confident, deliberate finger roll might mean she's feeling good and wants to keep your attention on her. And here's a little extra to look out for. Does she combine this hair fiddling with a gaze in your direction, maybe throwing in a coy smile? Jackpot! That playful touch isn't just about the hair, it's a way of drawing attention to herself while subtly signaling her interest. Combine this with the other signs like her open body posture or a little head tilt, and things are looking promising. Or the hair flick, the ultimate attention grabber. The legendary hair flick, you've probably heard of it, and yep, it's a classic for a reason. When a woman flicks her hair, it's like her way of saying, hey, look at me. This move is primal, guys. It's all about showcasing herself to you and wanting to be noticed. Here's how it usually goes down. Imagine you crack one of your famous jokes, it may even be painfully corny, and suddenly she laughs and flips her hair over her shoulder. That's not just a coincidence, it's a combination of confidence and low-key flirting. The hair flick draws attention to her face and neck, areas of vulnerability that we're naturally drawn to. What's even more telling is how she does it. Is it quick and casual, or is it slow and deliberate? The slower, more intentional flick is what you want to look out for. It's like she's making a statement without actually saying a word. And if she pairs it with a lock of eye contact or another soft laugh at your joke, my friend, she is giving you all the right green lights. Plus, the hair flick isn't always about her hair. It's about how she wants to present herself. When she's laughing, joking, and brushing her hair out of her face, it's her way of saying she's enjoying her time with you and feels playful around you. Not just a flick, it's a move designed to get your attention and keep your focus on her. 5. Preening. When she wants to look her best for you, finally, we've got preening, and trust me, this one reveals a lot. Preening is when a woman adjusts her appearance in subtle, almost unconscious ways, just to catch your eye. Remember, confidence is key, and if she's preening around you, she's subtly trying to present herself in the best light possible. Preening can manifest in a few ways. She might touch up her makeup, like dabbing the corners of her lipstick or smoothing her eyeliner. Maybe she's not even overt about it. Sometimes you'll notice her glancing in a mirror or checking her reflection in her phone screen when she thinks you're not looking. This quick checkup on her appearance, that's her making sure she's still dazzling in your eyes. Another sign is how she adjusts her hair. If you've just complimented her, you might see her patting it down, running her fingers through it, or fixing random strands. She might also straighten her collar, or smooth her dress, or tug at her sleeves. All forms of preening that shows she's hyper aware of how she appears around you. And here's the kicker. If she excuses herself for a quick trip to the restroom and comes back with shinier lip gloss or a little more mascara, my guy, you're doing something right. She wants to look her best for you. Preening is all about self-awareness, and the better the effort, the more interested she likely is. When she's making a conscious or subconscious effort to impress, it's her body's way of saying, I want to stand out for you. 6. Exposing her neck. Vulnerability equals comfort. Now, this might sound a little strange at first, but stick with me. Exposing the neck is one of the most primal signs of trust and comfort. You see, the neck is a vulnerable area of the body. It's where the jugular vein is located, and humans instinctively protect it when they feel threatened or uneasy. When a woman is uncomfortable, she'll often reach for her neck, scratching it, clutching it, or covering it up as an unconscious act of self-defense. That's a clear, I'm not feeling safe right now, signal. But here's where it gets exciting. If she's tilting her head to one side, suddenly brushing her hair off her neck, or even gently touching it while talking to you, she's sending the opposite message. She feels safe, relaxed, and most importantly, she's comfortable being around you. That exposed neck often doubles as a way to grab your attention. It's subtle, yes, but it's one of the ways her body signals openness and vulnerability, two key elements of attraction. If she's incorporating long, slow caresses along her neckline while maintaining eye contact or laughing at something you said, it's definitely worth noticing. Her body is doing more than just existing in the moment. It's communicating interest. When combined with other signals like leaning in or flipping her hair, the neck exposure becomes even more revealing, pun intended. It's a silent but powerful way of saying, I'm into this. 7, she'll touch you, testing the waters. Next up, we've got touch, and this one is a major giveaway. When a woman likes someone, the barrier of personal space starts to melt away. Touch is how she gauges your reaction and moves the connection a little further. Now, this touch doesn't have to be grand or overly obvious. It could be as small and simple as a brush of her hand against yours while reaching for her drink, a gentle tap on your shoulder as she laughs at your jokes, or bumping her knee against yours accidentally. Here's the important part. Once might be an accident, but if it keeps happening, it's deliberate. Women often use touch as a way to express interest without directly saying, I like you. It's her way of testing the waters, seeing how you react, and subtly signaling that she feels drawn to you. And the more confident she becomes that the feeling might be mutual, the more those accidental touches might increase. For example, you're sitting next to her and she lightly places her hand on your arm when making a point. Or maybe you're walking side by side and she playfully bumps into you while laughing. These touches, however small, are packed with meaning. If she's going out of her way to initiate physical contact, even indirectly, it's a surefire sign she's trying to connect with you on a deeper level. Pro tip: respond in kind, but don't overdo it. Mirror her energy. If she's playful, respond playfully. If she's gentle, return that same softness. The key is to maintain that comfortable but intriguing rhythm that keeps her wanting more. Oh, and if she leans in close after touching you, well, read that as a big win. 8. Touching objects, transferring her desire. All right, here's a lesser talked about one, but it's just as important. Watch how she interacts with objects around her. Why? Because touch isn't reserved just for people. When she isn't sure about initiating direct physical contact with you, her touch instinct might transfer to objects nearby. Subconsciously, her movements when touching or fiddling with something like a wine glass, a straw, or even a pen can reflect her feelings. You've seen it before. Maybe she's at a table with you and she starts gently tracing her finger around the rim of her glass or playing with her straw in an almost rhythmic motion. These actions are often flirty, whether she knows it or not. The way she handles objects shows her state of mind. If her motions are slow, deliberate, and sensual, it's a sign she's comfortable and possibly thinking about connecting with you physically, but is still holding back, letting her subconscious do the talking. Now, here's where it gets even more telling. If she's playing with small objects, like rolling a ring around her finger or twisting a napkin, it could also show some nervous excitement. Nervous energy paired with joyful eye contact or a playful tone is a killer combo that screams interest. Pay attention to these little gestures. They can reveal a lot about what's going on in her head, but of course keep things in perspective. Don't assume every little spin of a wine glass is a declaration of love. Context matters, so pair these signs with the others we've talked about. Look at the big picture. 9. She moves to the music, a dance of attraction. If you're in a space where music is playing, this next sign is golden. Watch how she reacts to the rhythm. If she starts moving her body to the music, even if it's just subtle swaying, that's a huge indicator that she's relaxed, comfortable, and enjoying herself in your presence. Here's the thing about dancing, even the casual kind, it's heavily tied to emotion. When a woman feels good, when she's caught up in the moment, her body will naturally flow with the beat. You might notice her tapping her foot, bobbing her head, or maybe even swaying her hips. These movements show she's letting her guard down and just being herself. If the two of you are out at a bar or club and she moves closer to you while dancing, that's an even bolder sign. She's inviting you into her space, subtly letting you know she feels chemistry. Even in more casual settings, say a house party or a laid-back coffee shop with live music, her body language while swaying or tapping to the beat can reveal a lot about how she's feeling. Feeling brave? Go ahead and match her energy. Move with her, playfully engage, and see how she responds. Dancing is one of the best ways to spark a deeper connection because it's relaxed, fun, and lets both of you express yourselves without overthinking. 10. Her pupils dilate. Attraction at the biological level. Here's a sign that science actually backs up. When a woman is attracted to someone, her pupils dilate. Yep, her eyes literally become bigger. This is an involuntary physical reaction caused by feelings of attraction or excitement. Our brains release hormones like oxytocin, the love drug, when we feel drawn to someone, and dilated pupils are the ultimate giveaway. Now, here's the tricky part. This one can be hard to notice unless you're up close. But if you're sitting across from her in a dimly lit restaurant, leaning in close, and you notice her pupils are larger than usual, it's a chemical cue she's feeling something for you. This is often paired with lingering eye contact, subtle smiles, and a general air of engagement. While this may not be the easiest sign to observe, when paired with the other cues, like her open body language, playful touches, or even exposing her neck, it's like the cherry on top of an already clear message. Her body, down to the tiniest detail, is showing you she's into you, whether she realizes it or not. If you want to test this out, lean in as you tell a story or share something personal. Watch how her eyes respond. It's not magic, it's biology.